It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From Bankers Life Fieldhouse, tonight it's the Indiana Pacers taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Won by the Philadelphia 76ers. Jay, it's a huge question in Philadelphia. What can Markelle Fultz be in his second NBA season?
He could be a former #1 pick in the NBA draft. He can still be a star. I don't think any of his shooting woes had to do with that shoulder injury last season. It was mental. It was the yips. He's been getting reps this entire summer with that form, with that rhythm. And if he keeps shooting the ball the way I've seen him shoot out in California, this kid could be a star next year.
Indiana with the basketball. Oladipo. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Oh, Miles Turner. Good start. He's made his first shot.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Oh, Ben Simmons. Tough make there. Not much more the defender could have done.
This guy has posted 12 triple-doubles in his first full rookie year. That's his second most by any rookie in NBA history while leading his team to the Eastern Conference Finals. But how about this? When's the last time we said the most effective player maybe in the league has a glaring weakness? He was 0 of 11 from the three-point line for the entire year, did not make one three-point shot. And how about free throws?
And a put-back slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Jay, I wouldn't confuse this team with the Houston Rockets, but there is no question the Pacers are built to play fast.
Yeah, one of the fastest teams in the league, and I think depth this year will help them towards the latter part of the season, particularly in the playoffs. Last year, you felt like you saw Victor Oladipo get a little bit tired, but now due to better conditioning, you add on a guy like Tyreke Evans, you have guys like Corey Joseph. This team is loaded with depth.
Oh, Ben Simmons. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Oladipo, just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
You know, when I sit down and I think about it, it really blows my mind at how far Depot has came over the past 3 seasons. That first stop in Orlando, I remember watching a kid who had crazy talent and at times showed glimpses of brilliance, but also was really inconsistent. But in OKC, though, something changed, and it had to be the influence of Russell Westbrook. When you're around a dude that plays with 110% every day of the week, that has to push you mentally to levels that you never experienced before. That was the first time in his NBA career that he played meaningful basketball. He played with a purpose. Now when I look at him, I see a refocus. I see the dedication to the game he loves. There's no doubt now that he is the leader of this franchise.
The shot almost to Simmons. Short jumper stays out. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Now that the process has been established, it's going to be fun to see how much better Joel Embiid can be this season. Everybody heard about his arduous offseason workout program, but the thing I love about him the most, he always works on his game, even if he's dunking on random fans on vacation.
Oh, Ben Simmons. He's now 5 for 6.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA Awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes. Oladipo. Can't connect. Shot was forced.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Joseph with it. Just under a minute to play here in this opening quarter. Victor Oladipo. Embiid with the board. Here's Simmons with it up top. Lead stands at 7. Inside, he scores.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving.
Pacers control. Oladipo. Great dish to set it up. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
V.O., he may not be the superhero that Indy wanted, but he's definitely the one they need.
Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
I love watching these coaches' moments. The coach was literally saying, no, 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 yes, yes, yes. That's how you make coaches look like masterminds.
Curling inside. Short jumper misses.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
That misses with a second to go. First quarter is complete. It's the Sixers out in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's Indiana basketball. Count the bucket for 2.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Simmons lets it fly from long range. It's good.
Look, I'm not the one to hate. I'm the prime example of a bad decision that turned out well.
Joseph with it. Down 11. Jay, sum it up. Why was Victor Oladipo the most improved last year?
Because he was no longer Robin. Victor Oladipo has become Batman, and he's owning the responsibility of becoming Batman. And this is going to be a great year for him because he attacks the game the same way Russell Westbrook does. That short stint at OKC taught Victor Oladipo how to compete 24/7.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Driving right to the basket, right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans could never do, even if you're not known for it.
Pacers secure the rebound. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Is good.
And that's what this game is. As the game plays, you have to adjust on the fly. That delivers the element of surprise.
Goes to the right side. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Into the front court comes Smith. Up a dozen. Has a chance. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Can't connect on the first free throw. He missed a pair of free throws. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Has a look. Collison's shot won't fall. To Fultz. Trying to cash in. Fultz with a shot off the mark. Over to the right side. Collison. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
It goes down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Pacers with the possession. Collison to Young. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
And it's good.
There it goes in. The fact of the matter is some players aren't taking that shot on a regular basis, but still have the confidence to make them when you need them to.
To Young. That'll get out off one of the Pacers. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Beyond the arc for 3. And it's rebounded by Bogdanovic. Oladipo into the front court. Trailing by 14. Add 2 points to the board.
Aaron Holiday is the youngest brother of 3. Justin and Drew, there had to be so many times where he just had to get in where he could fit in. And that has to play into the psyche of who Aaron is as a person and as a player. He had to go out and take what was his. Those intangibles give him a really good chance to be successful at this level.
Jay, no question, the Pacers were the surprise of the NBA last year. What are your expectations for them now?
Top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference. That's what they have to be. And I think for Kevin Pritchard and Nate McMillan, the post-George era has begun far better than expected. And it all starts with Victor Oladipo. Last year, he was the guy, but this year, he needs to become the man.
The assist from number 33, Miles Turner.
Defense, let's go.
Markelle Fultz going to launch beyond the arc, and he slams it home on the putback.
Joel Embiid looking to take his game to a completely different level after working out with one of the best trainers in the league this offseason. An all-star for the first time last year, averaging 23 points. Safe to say, no longer trust the process. Joel Embiid is the process.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Victor Oladipo trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. And he missed the free throw. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana. Young. To Turner. Knocked loose. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. Markelle Fultz. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
That's it for the first half, and a great start for the 76ers.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The 76ers have built a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Pacers have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the Indiana Pacers.
Game track. Bench points.
The Indiana Pacers are getting enough bench production in this contest. Their reserves need to step up and start making an impact in this game.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Pacers, Jay, were good last year. Then they got better in free agency.
They lose Lance Stevenson to L.A., but then they get a ton of under-the-radar type of players. Kyle O'Quinn, who provides toughness. Doug McDermott, 6'10 shooter from the outside, pick-and-pop type of player. Imagine that with Victor Oladipo. You get a guy like Tyreke Evans, who's an explosive scorer. And then Aaron Holiday. He might be the key. The third Holiday brother could be the backup PG of the future.
Indiana with the basketball. Short jumper won't fall. Collison to Young. The drive right to the basket. Knocks it down from mid-range.
And I get it. I know why Indiana fans love Thaddeus Young. He's that guy that just shows up to work every day and is going to outwork you, outgrind you. They don't make players like that anymore.
Here's a chance from long range. Almost, and he's not getting the call. Oh, Miles Turner. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a three-point play. 56% for his career. The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Pacers control. Oladipo. To Collison. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
J.J. Redick. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
From somebody who loved to score a lot himself. Defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
Oh, and the Pacers come away with the steal. Oladipo into the front court. The deficit now up to 13. Collison, it's good with no defender in sight.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Redick. Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with the three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Sixers have the basketball. Redick to Simmons. For three. Not that time. He misses. Oladipo into the front court. His guys trail by 13. From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
The NBA's most improved player was a guy that always invested in himself, both on and off the court, but he always put in the work to be better. Was a sponge for information, an insatiable appetite to be the best. But the difference is, he's believing in himself. Whether that's singing at the NBA award show or performing at the highest level on the court, it's safe to say that Victor Oladipo has officially arrived.
Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question marks with Toronto, Kawhi Leonard, does he really want to be there? Changing up their coach, what's going on with that franchise? And the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Simmons. Oladipo into the front court. His guys down 11. Inside, he scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
The shot by Simmons won't go down. Joseph with it. Looking to make something happen. Sixers control it to Simmons. Gets a look. Can't hit. The follow won't go either. Joseph with it. His guys down by 9. That's rebounded by Philadelphia. Redick with it. He'll run the offense. Covington to the rim for 2.
We used to hear that saying all the time, a 2 is a 2, keep it moving. No, a 2 isn't a 2. It can be a dagger sometimes when the defense has mental lapse like that. He deflates the energy of the D by making easy lays.
Oladipo. Fires the 3. The rebound taken down by the Sixers. Driving right to the basket. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. From long range, well defended. Covington's a tough matchup.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Simmons brings the ball up court. To Redick. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The 76ers have the lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway. Philadelphia with the basketball. McConnell to Redick. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Robert Covington trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 82%. The free throw is good. Finishing off the three-point play. The lead grows to 12. To Oladipo. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at three coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Amir Johnson at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 67%. Free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. It's Indiana basketball. Oladipo. Has a look. Rebound Covington. To Fultz. Trying to cash in. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Fultz. Not getting the bounce. Oladipo into the front court. His guys currently down by 13. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious, but don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
To Covington. Deep right corner. Fultz. To Covington. Kicks it around the perimeter. Redick. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Markelle Fultz to Redick. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Joseph with it. 9-point margin. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
New blood coming in for both sides. Sixers have the basketball. McConnell to Fultz. Fires the three. Markelle Fultz forcing that one there. Well defended. To Collison. And a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungry.
Fultz. Missed it. Into the front court comes Collison. The deficit now up to 5.
Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Here comes the screen. Collison. And a throwdown.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
To Embiid. And the nice finish at the rim.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Shot from in close, no good. Pacers with the possession. Collison gets it in the left corner. To Collison. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Beyond the arc for 3. Like the confidence. Tough shot there from McConnell. Collison into the front court. Our score all even here in the fourth quarter. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Look, do I love the versatility offensively of Domantas Sabonis? Yes. But let me tell you why I love even more. Sometimes you need somebody who just gives a hard screen. Somebody to put the defender right on their back. Send a message. That's what Sabonis brings to the table.
Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way. Changes coming from both sides right now. Oladipo. Not going down here. To Covington. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Victor Oladipo with the slam.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Can't connect from in close. Indiana with the basketball. Oladipo to Turner. Oh, Miles Turner looking good. 4 for 5.
Ed, I remember this in so much detail. I was watching the NBA pre-draft camp and I saw Miles Turner run, and myself and all the scouts, everybody's like, whoa, wait a second. What is that? But I give the Pacers a lot of credit. They had a trainer that worked with his gait, and now that's exactly who he is. A big that can run down, block shots, and be active on the perimeter defensively. Blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Has a chance. Shot by Covington is no good. This one to the Pacers as they win a close one by 2. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
NBA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pacers emerged victorious after a tight finish. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Indiana Pacers. The 76ers must be devastated after such a close loss.
Sure, it's great they shot so well from three, but none of that really matters when your team has one more loss to show for it.
Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Field goals.
Neither of these teams were able to make much of an impact on defense. As you can see here, they were each pretty successful with some efficient scoring.
Player of the game.
Oladipo gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Indiana Pacers. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.